to a video of a cosmic Theorist. Today we're gonna react to both Age of Imprisonment trailers, the first one we got, and then the newest one coming out 4 days ago. I'm gonna watch them once all the way through, and then I'm gonna watch them second time around, and then pause and theorize and check out all the little details. So let's get into it.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom.
Interesting.
But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then that must mean this really is the past.
After this one scene. Okay, coming this winter. Now I'm gonna restart it, and then I'm gonna pause and analyze everything. Okay, so we got like sparks. We got the Zonai murals that we saw in Tears of a Kingdom.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens,
Zelda
joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose. A war was fought to vanquish this evil.
That's Zelda holding her sacred stone.
One which future generations would call the Imprisoning War.
Okay, looks like, and then this looks like a recreation of one of the memories.
You truly have traveled back in time.
And then that, I think, is gameplay. Scene showing the original Hyrule Castle, I think, which looks interesting. Interesting to see the original Hyrule Castle.
Castle?
The story leading into the Legends of the Tears of a Kingdom.
Then that must mean this really is the past.
Okay, wait. I want to go back and examine Walu's spear. Okay, it's like a regular Zonite spear, but then it has like the power of light fused to it, and it makes it look like stronger or something. Seems very interesting. Then you have a whole army, and then the Blood Moon behind it, probably from the Demon King. Gameplay. And That looks nice. Even does like a little victory animation, I think, maybe. Oop, he's using his Zonite powers with his hands. Interesting. Ganon talking. Wonder what he could be saying. Then you have Minoru in some of her gameplay, and this is in deaths, I think, of her frocks. And it looks like she's using a Zonite rule. Then gets into her construct, but I want to pause on the construct. Oh. Okay. There we go. If we examine this construct, it has these little attachments right here and right here, so that means it's not the construct that Minoru uses in Tears of a Kingdom. It's her original construct, so that's going to be interesting to play as with the 4 arms, so we can, I guess, do more things. Yep, and we can fuse multiple rockets onto the back, and I guess multiple Zonite weapons. And looks like she's firing rockets at the frogs. Rairu holding his fist. And then, let's see Zelda swinging at Lionel at, like, I think with a Zonite sword. But again, it looks like it's fused with, like, light or time power. But instead of it being an actual sword, it's like a beam of light, or it's, yeah, like a beam of light, or like a strand of time, and then she used rewind to hit it again. Okay, those attacks are kind of fast, but also kind of slow. Why isn't the Lionel attacking back at all? And I know we've seen this Lionel shield a bunch of times. I don't know about the sword though. That might be a sword we've seen, or a new one, possibly. Okay, and then she pushes it and then uses a like big explosion attack. Then it looks like we got all the sages together with the ancient sage of wind, ancient sage of lightning, ancient sage of time, ancient sage of light, ancient sage of spirit, ancient sage of water, ancient sage of spirit, or you can just say sages and not ancient ones, but we got all of them together. And then it looks like Rairu's using his light power, and then Zelda's using her time power, and then they're doing like a combo attack, and then you can see their 2 avatars in the actual game standing together like with blue rings, and then their hands clapping. Maybe that's signifying they're teamed up, or they're doing a combo attack. And then we get the logos, which shows the mural of the Demon King, and then the Zelda font with some Zonai descriptions and markings, and then like with the Zonai power, I don't know, like the charge is, and then you have like a slash through warriors. Oh wait. You also have like these cracks in Imprisonment, and then these little cuts in Hyrule. Coming this winter, so yeah, we don't know when this is coming out, but as soon as I know when it's coming out, I should hopefully get it. Anyway, let's go to the next trailer, which came out, I think, 4 days ago. Okay, let's just watch the first one all the way through. Yep. Okay, let's restart that. Okay, let's start.
Given an opening, he will bear his fangs. Until Hyrule itself is no more.
Be that as it may, we face it together.
But you sought it from Hyrule of all places? This is madness!
There is danger here. Enormously so.
And then there should be the little secret scene. Yep. Can't wait to talk about this later. Okay, that was our first watch. Now let's go all the way back. And now let's pause it and analyze it piece by piece. Okay, so it looks like this is the ancient original Hyrule Castle. It looks like this is like a top kind of side view here. Get to see more of it. Looks very beautiful. Okay. Then it looks like it's a cutscene with Sonia and Zelda walking, probably in the castle. Then Raru, which is holding one of the sage's masks. So maybe that means he made the masks for the sages, or he's just giving it to them, and maybe someone else made the masks, like Minoru. Yep, there's Raru holding the mask for the Sage of Fire, and then giving it to him. Then here's another shot of Raru, and then here it shows Raru and Sonia, and then it looks like they're doing something. I don't really know what. Doing some combination of their powers, but I don't know what for.
Given an opening, he will bear his...
Okay, this trail straight up reminds me of the beginning of Tears of a Kingdom.
Thanks.
Yep, definitely Tears of a Kingdom. Okay, interesting. Like, are these like gloom things falling down, or are they like floating? And then I noticed these like ancient Hylians with their Zonite weapons. Oh, they're floating. Oh. And then I think this is somewhere in Death Mountain with the red sky. And then Sonia at the Temple of Time, actually, I think. Wait. Yep, that's the Temple of Time, I think. And then, yeah, she's like outside the Temple of Time with these leaves and stuff. Then we can see ancient Death Mountain with these two rings that I don't think we've ever saw before.
Is no more.
And then we get to see enemies. Let's see some
Hyrule
enemies.
itself is no more.
Okay, it's like
Hyrule
really
itself
fast.
is no more.
There. We got like a boss bokoblin, and then other bokoblins, Lionel, Gleeok, And then it looks like this is showing a combo attack or team-up attack with the Sage of Fire and Sage of Wind using Daruk's shield, which is interesting. Then we're just seeing the Sage of Wind using a flame emitter, arson. And then looks like we got two Ancient Hylians with Zonai weapons, and then they are wearing like Zonite masks, like an owl mask, like Minoru's, I think. And then we got Minoru right here, and then shows them in the depths, but this area of the depths we've never seen before, I think, at least not in Tears of a Kingdom. And we see Rauru, Minoru, and Zelda, and they're walking through. Then I think this is going to be a combo or team attack with Rauru and Zelda, and I think they're still in the depths in the background. Yep, they're still in the depths, and then they're using their light and time attacks against all these Bokoblins. Then right here, we can see all these Zonite heads that Minoru's using to launch these enemies. Then I think a cutscene maybe, or just gameplay maybe, I don't know. But Rauru and Sonia giving Rauru his spear maybe. Zelda, and then this like boost streak. Oh, that boost streak was water. The Sage of Water right here. Maybe okay. Then again, then we can see all this fire in the background, and then all these enemies. Oh, what was that? Oh, it looks like Raru's using all these like beams of light, commanding them with his spear. Interesting. And then Zelda using her rewind ability to rewind the bomb to hit the enemies. Smart.
But you saw it.
And then this is the Sage of Lightning, somewhere in Gerudo Desert, I don't know where. Then we got Ancient Gerudos.
From Hyrule.
And then looks like some of her attacks. And then some of Raru's attacks.
This is madness.
And then we actually get to see the Sage of Lightning's face without the mask on. So that means we should be able to see them without their mask on, so like all the sages without their mask on, and maybe learn their names. So that could be cool. Cutscene with, ooh, we got Captain Constructs, and then like a bunch of Ancient Hylians. Why are we looking at them now? And then we got guards in the back, Zelda in the back, and then Sonia and Rauru walking this summer. Zelda looking. And, oh, that's Sonia.
There is danger here.
And then Rauru.
Enormously so.
And then we got the logo again. Now here's the secret scene that I'm gonna theorize a lot. So first off, we have this like secret broke down facility, I think, and it has the same panel that only like Raru's hand can get through, or at least Zonai can get through, and you can definitely tell it's like in the depths by the looks of it. And this wasn't a place in Tears of a Kingdom, so that means either it was like locked away or something, or like maybe it got destroyed. Like some people say that like the secret temple is right underneath the Shrine of Resurrection, like the depths area of where the Shrine of Resurrection is, which I kind of forgot the name of that place. But they're saying it might be, that temple might be the area underneath the Shrine of Resurrection in the depths, because of, like, it has all those like broken pieces of like a building or something in that depths area, so they're theorizing it might be under there. And then next, and also it's playing Phi's theme. And then we have like this little green aura in the background, and then yep, you can clearly tell it's the deaths but in Tears of the Kingdom these mushrooms only appear in the depths. And then you have like these stairs, and then these ancient like Zonai hallway with all these like roots covering it and fungi. Or 5 feet. Now this is interesting. This is like a whole new construct. And unlike Minoru's construct, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 toes. And people are actually theorizing that this construct may be the spirit or just the ancient hero from Tears of the Kingdom, from the ancient hero's aspect. And honestly, personally, I kinda agree with that theory, but we don't know for sure. And as we can see, like, it does kind of match the ancient hero from Tears of the Kingdom, if you can, like, see all these small details here and there, like the knee pads, and then, like, the feet, and then I don't know what these are, but it's like a really cool design. Oh, yep, more of his hands. You can see his hand there, which, if you look at the body too, that's definitely skinnier and more like human or Zonai-like, and that's why people are theorizing it might be the ancient hero from Tears of the Kingdom. And also, let's get like more of that hand detail. Yeah, like right there. I think the hands have like these little pointy ends. Another reason why it might be the ancient hero. Another reason it's an ancient hero too, because like it has the exact same part that I had on the armor set from Tears of the Kingdom, and also Rairu wears this part like right here. So again, more evidence. And then also I think if I can get a clear shot of the head. Wait, I think I can. Yep, that's a clear shot of a head right there. I think it might be confirmed. That head shape is very similar, if not exactly the same as the ancient hero. If you can see it like from right here. If you look at the ancient hero's head shape and facial features, and then look at this Zonai head for the construct, they look very similar, or if not exact, just in a Zonai form. So this may be confirmed that this new Zonai construct could well indeed be the ancient hero. And maybe the scene where we saw Minoru, Rairu, and Zelda going to depths in the area we haven't seen before could just be them going to this forgotten temple and possibly waking up the ancient hero, or putting a spirit inside this construct, and that's why it's like forming itself, as you can see, because like you can see that like it's forming itself, and then even how the hands come out, it's like it's forming itself. And and another detail why it might be the ancient hero is that like it has this golden part on the neck here, and then on the like chest area right here, and that's, I think, trying to resemble the ancient hero's golden neck brace. And yet another reason why it probably is the ancient hero. But some people are saying it might be Phi, but the only explanation they have for it, for that theory, is that it's playing Phi's theme in the background. But if they actually look closely at all the evidence, then they would hopefully probably understand that there's way more evidence for it being the ancient hero, which could be cool to play as him and see of his new attacks and see what gameplay he could bring to the table. But also, I wonder how that's gonna play out lore-wise with everything. People already has theories about this in the lore, but I don't want to go too in deep with that. So let's just play the rest of it. And then it just says Nintendo. So I think that's it for this video, guys. So make sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below of like any new video ideas, or tell me any part you liked about this video or what to improve upon. And I will see you guys in the next video.